What is up, CMS Braves? Welcome back to another edition of the 14th Colony Vodcast. It is Monday, September 28th. So happy Monday to everyone. We're going to get after it this week. So today, what we're going to be doing is talking about cause and effect, and we're talking about domino effects. So if you remember last week, you guys wrapped up your My Maps activity, where you put all that stuff in the layers and whatnot. I've gotten a lot of those turned in. The poster blast from last week, the America, the Story of Us, the poster blast will go in the grade book this week. So make sure if you have not gotten that done, that needs to get done. But today we're going to talk about the domino effect and how the 13 colonies, kind of came to be. So Mr. Congleton, talk to me a little bit about that, about these domino effects.
The domino effect, man. But back in the old days, we used to do an assignment where you'd write down the events that led to the Revolutionary War. You'd write them on these little domino pieces that we had. You'd cut them out, you'd glue them on the paper, and it would look like the dominoes were falling. But we're not able to do that assignment today. We're just going to do some quick slides and write some information down on different slides. Each of these have something to do with what the colonies were dealing with King George III in England and what led to the Revolutionary War. I think the main idea is we got to understand that you don't just try to be your own country for lightness, right? For something that's not very important, right? Something that's not easy. So this was a very big deal. This was something that the colonists really thought hard about, the founding fathers. And Britain was the number one country in the world. They were a superpower. And we were just these colonies that were kind of loosely aligned in America. And so we had to go through a bunch of different steps to get to the point where they felt it necessary to start their own country and to fight a war against the most powerful military in the world, which is something you don't do just because you're upset about something. So they had some very strong beliefs and some reasons for it. Okay, so on the slides, when you look at the directions, there'll be a bunch of events that are listed down. Some of them you're not going to put on the slideshow for yourself. So it'll be like the French and Indian War. That's the first one. So you're going to write down some facts about the French and Indian War, who fought, who won, what was the deal with that. And then the second slide, the second direction, will just have the word as it says England won. Okay, so when you read that, you're like, okay, England won. Now I know that. But you don't need to put that on the next slide. You just need to understand that England won that war. And then as a result, wars cost a lot of money and England had to pay for it. So they had to tax the colonies. So then it'll say like taxes, and you're going to look up different taxes the colonists had to pay. And we'll do more work on that next week in more detail of what some of those taxes were. But for now, it's just let's get an idea of what events led to the Revolutionary War.
Yeah, and cause and effect, things happen and it changes things. Like a good example of cause and effect is, last week we watched the America, the Story of Us video, The Rebels, and now Mr. Razak wants to be a social studies teacher. Okay, so cause and effect. That every cause has an outcome and an effect. And so you guys, like Mr. Congleton said, you're going to look at a lot of ways and reasons why the Revolutionary War ended up happening and how it got to that point. So that's what you're going to be doing for the next couple of days. Reminder, poster blast is going to be going in the grade book, so make sure that is in. But other than that, guys, as always, if you need us or you have a question, our Zoom office hours are from 1:55 to 2:55, or you can shoot us an email whenever you want. That's all from us at the 14th Colony Vodcast. And until next time, be excellent to each other.